All right. Okay. What is up, everybody? It's your girl, Lady Sola, and I am back with another video. Today, I will be covering a couple of topics. So, grab a snack, grab your water, grab your soda or pop. I'm from Chicago. We say pop. Grab you a glass of wine, a beer, a shot, something. Get you something because we're going to get into some good topics today, okay? So before we get into it, just want to say subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Help a lady out. All right, Lady Solar TV, right there. Hold on, right there, subscribe, and I appreciate you in advance. I appreciate you so much. Make sure to like this video as well. Leave a comment if you have anything to say about any of the topics. Tonight we're going to be talking about Miss Laila Ali. Basically, she has addressed Claressa Shields, and she has put together a video, I guess, highlighting all of her support that she has had for Claressa over the years. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll be watching it together. But I'm interested to see what she says about her. But I'm getting that she's not looking to fight, so she's just here to gather her, to put her in her place, to say respect your elder because you've been getting out of pocket. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Alexis Ohanian, which is Serena Williams' husband, and how he gathered Stephen A. Smith live on First Take, okay? Like, what? Stephen A. looks shook. He looks shooketh. He did not see that coming. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to talk about LeBron James, a.k.a. King James, and talk about him discussing his marriage to Miss Savannah James. So he's been doing some media. I don't know if he's on a tour. I don't know what this is. It's not a farewell tour, but he's talking about retirement, and now he's supposedly injured until November, so he's not going to start the season. And it's just a lot of drama going on with LeBron because the Lakers do not want to extend his contract. I believe he's on his last year, and they're looking to hand the keys over to Luka Doncic, who got traded there last season, and they're looking for him to become the face of. Well, he is the face of the Lakers. It's a done deal. Okay, Luka is that guy, and LeBron has been handling it piss poorly. So we're gonna just talk about LeBron, the interviews he's done. He's done an interview with Speedy from Complex, and then he did go on Savannah's podcast, Everybody's Crazy, and he talked about a couple of things there. So we'll talk about what he's been saying about his marriage, about retirement. He even talked about Drake. So we're gonna get into that. And last but not least, we're gonna get into the queen herself, Nicki Minaj, and we'll get into a couple of topics relating to her up and coming, hopefully, up and coming album that is supposed to come out next year, March 27, 2026. There is some speculation that the album is going to get canceled, so we're going to talk about what she has said about that. Also, we'll talk about the stories that have come out about her LA home in Hollywood Hills potentially getting seized because of a civil lawsuit snafu. So this has been a lot of discussions going on about Nicki Minaj. I'm not a Barb, but I've always been a long time supporter, a long time fan. So I definitely want to, cover that with care because I want to see her win. I want to see her always be able to just show her talent and remind people of why we fell in love with her in the first place. And I do believe that can happen. But we do have to get into some things about that. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. So first topic, Laila Ali and Claressa Shields. I want to kick this off we're just going back a little bit in time. I'm gonna play the video that Clarissa and her team came out with, basically where she answered the call because Layla Ali was talking about she'll think about fighting if somebody offer her 15 million. Maybe she'll think about it. So Clarissa and her team actually put together like a promo video saying, hey, we got the money. So this was like a couple months back. And then we'll get into Layla's expose of Clarissa. So check this out.
That I said that unless somebody had 15, 20.
What I'm talking about. So you saying we got the 15 million?
The audio playing.
We got
first.
The venue, and we got the dates. Now all we need is Layla Ali. Is we gonna make this fight happen or what? You asked for the 15 million, and we delivered.
Layla, last one at Clarissa Shields.
Okay, so let's listen to Clarissa offer Layla and her team $15 million to do a fight.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like. Layla, I'm here with my
20 million, don't even call me about it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like.
I was talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like. Layla, I'm here with my team. I got great news for you. We got the 15 million. Let's make a fight between me and you, the best versus the best. The greats versus the greats. The GOAT versus Muhammad Ali's daughter, Layla Ali. Let's make it happen. Mark, what else do we got?
Look, we have the two most prominent venues in this country, Cowboy Stadium, T-Mobile Arena, ready to go. They're extremely interested. We just have to finalize deals and dates with them. Most importantly, though, Ruben Branson, Win Records, thank you so much for supporting us, because that's what allows us to make this offer.
Thank you very much, Mark. Win Records' assignment was to bring forth $15 million. We have the $15 million for Layla. Let's make this fight happen.
That's what I'm talking about. So you saying we got the 15 million, we got the venue, and we got the dates. Now all we need is Layla Ali. Is we gonna make this fight happen or what? You asked for the 15 million, and we delivered.
Layla, last one at Clarissa Shields. There's rumors that you're gonna come back and fight her. What? Everybody's talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about this. That's all.
Turkey has that money. Turkey's gonna set this up. I know it.
Unless somebody calls me and says they have it, we're not even gonna have a conversation. I'm not trying to come back and fight, but if someone offered that kind of money, I would actually have to think about it.
I'll talk to Turkey tonight.
Do I look like I can fight again?
Yes, you do.
I think so too.
And you're beautiful too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mic check. Mic check. Okay, we good. We good. Okay, so that was Clarissa offering 15 million to fight after a viral video from Layla came out that, you know, if somebody offered her 15 to 20 million, she would have to think about it. So there's been a lot of jabs that have been thrown back and forth over some time between the two of them, mainly Clarissa trying to be an antagonizer, you know, saying like that she respects Layla Ali and her reputation and her legacy and her father. However, she feels like, you know, she's the one to beat. She feels like she can beat her respectfully and things like that. And, you know, it's just kind of been getting a little out of hand, you know, because Clarissa, she can just go off, you know. So it's like, I guess Layla's had enough. So let's hear what she has to say, and the receipts that she has dropped about all the support that she's showed Clarissa. Because I guess Clarissa is trying to insinuate that she hasn't really, she's the has-been face of boxing, women's boxing. You know, she doesn't help out new girls. Clarissa's the one that's really putting other women boxers on and putting women boxing back on the map. Where has Layla Ali been? She has disappeared. She's older. Like, she's not doing anything for boxing. To that, paraphrasing. So this is what Layla has to say after months of Claressa trying to egg her on and putting stuff out in the media, and she keeps name dropping her that she wants to fight Layla Ali next. That's what she really wants to see happen. But you know, like I said, Claressa can be a little disrespectful and a little out of touch when she talks. She doesn't always read the room the best way. So Layla's had enough. So let's see what she got to say.
Making a comeback to boxing, and people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now. And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm going to give you that answer. But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand what's really going on here, while others have believed her lies over the years or have formed an opinion without having all the facts. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negative. There's been a whole lot of talk about the possibility of me making a comeback to boxing, and people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now. And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm going to give you that answer. But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand drama and buffoonery, but I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running freely, dragging my name without accountability.
That's not going to happen.
Come on now, listen. Layla Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
no, come on, we ain't going to do that.
No, that is right.
Come on, Layla can rumble, though.
And Wolf would have knocked Layla Ali out. You know, she would have knocked Layla so pretty out.
So this right here is the consequence. Now let's hit rewind because we really need to see what's happened over the years, what got us here. Now I'm not about to do the whole he say, she say thing, so let me show you some receipts. I first met her in 2012 when she was invited on stage to stand next to me when I gave my father his Liberty Medal. At some point, she reached out, started asking me for advice, wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics a second time or go pro. She would also call me and let me know when she was fighting. The drama and buffoonery. But I'm not about to let someone with bad... I was one of the hosts of We Need to Talk, an all-female sports commentary show that still airs on CBS. I asked the producers if we could do a story on her. They agreed. So I got on a plane, flew to Colorado, and did a full sit-down interview with her. I know that when I was fighting, any of my struggles that I had to overcome or anything that I was upset about, whether it be something personal or something going on in the world, I would use that anger, and take it into the ring with me and channel that energy into the ring. Have you ever done that?
I did that a lot. I was going through stuff back at home, but I would have a boxing match, and I would take out everything I was going through on the girl, and that kind of helped me.
Now, as you can see, I was genuinely rooting for her. I gave her praise. I gave her a spotlight. When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her about the challenges that I faced fighting at 168 where there was limited competition, and I suggested that if she decided to turn pro, she should consider going. I was one of the hosts of We Need to somewhere around 148 where she would have more competitive challenges. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat, and get into elite next level shape. I pointed her in the right direction, and I had high hopes for her. Whether she decided to turn pro or not, I felt like her future was bright if she played her cards right. But of course, at the time, I was not aware of her divisive, vindictive, and malicious nature. And I know those are strong words, but they actually fit. This girl has created a pattern. It's been directed towards many people time and time again. She saw me as the face of women's boxing, and she told me that she wanted my spot. And she's been on a mission to ruin my reputation ever since, simply because she heard me make a comment that was not about her and she took it personal.
You ever get back in the ring just for fun?
You still train?
I stay training.
Got you.
Yeah, I got a little baby six-pack right now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have a heavy bag hanging in my, I just turned 40. Somewhere around 148, where she would have more competitive challenges. I told, because I think of my healthy lifestyle, the fact that I train all the time, I could pretty much do anything I wanted to. Well, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge. I'm not somebody who sits back and complains about things. I think everything happens in due time. You got Clarissa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. She's a young black girl, came out of Flint, Michigan, lived a hard life, went through a lot. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. Women's boxing is getting some good attention. Now remember, at the time, we were on good terms. She was reaching out to me and referring to me as Big Sis. But this was her response.
I watched the Breakfast Club video with Laila Ali. I have so much respect for her. And I like her. I actually call her my big sis, but it was so many shots thrown. Like, if y'all really paid attention, her saying, oh, there's not nobody good enough at 168, my weight class, that could give her a challenge when I'm the number one in my...
Because I think of my healthy lifestyle, the fact that I train.
And, I'm just like, nah. And, I just feel like, she gave props where it's due, but, she also spoke on how, what I'm doing for women's boxing is great, but it's not great enough for her. When it's like, we got two different goals and sets in life. Me winning 2 Olympic gold medals is just the beginning. Even when she was boxing, she never fought on Showtime, HBO. I fought the main event on Showtime. I don't know how many times now.
Now, of course, I didn't respond to this, but I noted it. For someone who hardly had any experience as a professional boxer and who was supposedly looking up to me, for her to think that I would even call her name in a conversation about me fighting or making a comeback was silly to me. A year later, I was doing press for my show Homemade Simple on OWN, so I went on Sway Universe, another syndicated national show with millions of listeners.
Are you watching women's boxing today?
Oh, yeah.
You like Clarissa?
I do. I think that...
And, I'm just like, nah. And, I just feel...
A talented fighter. And she has the opportunity right now. The stage is set. So now she just has to kind of do her thing.
I had Clarissa here, right? I asked her who does she think would win and you against you in your prime and her now. And this is what she said.
She's not cut like me. She don't take the challenges. Like, she didn't fight against Ann Wolf. I fight against the best and beat the best. And if Laila Ali was to come out of retirement, I beat her too.
That's not anything I haven't heard before. First of all, she's supposed to feel like she's the greatest.
Absolutely.
But just because you think you are doesn't mean you are.
Okay.
I like to support and uplift people, and I think that on your way up, just do your best not to disparage those that have come before you. First of all, she could never beat me. Okay. Let me just get that straight right now.
You want to get that straight, Laila?
Let's get that straight right now.
Okay.
And not simply because she's not strong enough, okay, because I would definitely knock her out, but because she's not talented enough to beat me. Now you've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade, and of course, a talented fighter. Her. Now you've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade, and of course, she's twisted the story over the years and taken my comments out of context. Now, according to her, I just started talking about knocking her out just out of jealousy. Now you've seen what I said, what she said, how this started, and you can see she pitted herself against me in a fight. Now, I know some of this younger generation may not be familiar with me, but I've never been one to just talk about things I can't do. When I said that I would knock her out back in 2019, it wasn't any different than what I've said to anyone who's challenged me in the past. You can go back and look at tape on me. That was not just talk for me. It's what I did. TKO, KO, it didn't matter. I was going to stop you. It wasn't going to a decision. And if you didn't belong in there with me, I was going to get you out of there. Here she is on a recent podcast explaining how she's passing the torch and that she has created a blueprint for success, which she is now sharing with other female fighters. Now you've seen what she's been.
I actually promote a woman fighter, and I'm giving her all the jewels and stuff that I know so she can get her big paydays too. It's a blueprint now on how you make $1 million, even if you don't have the gold medals. The biggest blueprint is build your brand.
Oh, she must have forgot years ago she recorded this and said that I gave her the piece of advice that she is now referring to as the most valuable piece of information that you need to be successful. But supposedly I didn't support her and I didn't want to pass the torch.
Laila Ali told me to build my brand, a good brand, and a brand that I want to represent and stand for. And she said, have good people behind me who I trust.
So this whole idea that she started about me being jealous because of her accolades and her surpassing me, do you realize that for years, fans have believed that there's so many fighters that are better than me? I mean, they have more titles than me. Multi-million-dollar fights are happening, more money than I ever made, more money than she's making. So I guess if I'm supposedly jealous of her, I must be hating on them too, right?
I actually promote a woman fighter, and I'm giving her all the jewels and stuff that I know so she can get her big paydays too. It's a blueprint now on how you make $1 million, even if you don't have the gold medals. The biggest blueprint is build your brand.
Oh, nope. I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. We have mutual respect. It's all love. She's the only one who decided to make herself my opposition. You know what my father would say? She's a generic wannabe. My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside of the ring. Now, many of us, including myself, had high hopes for her. I supported her. I sent her off in the right direction, but she has become a disappointment. She is a horrible representation of both the sport and our culture.
Beneficial. If they win against you, don't need them bitches with you. Her man ain't got no balls, so you know we little. Not them fake hoes, do it for the real women. Girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light skinned that they just all that. That they can come up with shit talking shit. I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my shit. Light skin.
Now, do you believe I'm jealous of her? Nope. I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. We have
What? Oh my gosh. She dropped hella receipts. Hella receipts. I didn't know that she on CBS was the one that suggested that, hey, I want to do an interview with this up and coming, at the time, one-time Olympic champion, Claressa Shields. That she actually suggested that and did the interview with her. That she gave her gems, you know, took pictures with her. Claressa hitting her up over the years, her giving her advice, staying in communication with her. If you just hear from Claressa's side, you would think like the lady didn't do nothing to help her, that the lady was being like an OG that doesn't want to pass the torch, you know, that's bitter, that feels away, that wants to hold on to it, that wants to, you know, just be bitter. And that's not the case according to these receipts. And when she showed her lowlights, her taking jabs and missing her opponent completely, she was hitting nothing but air. Laila, you messy for that. You messy for that, Laila. And then she played her little freestyle. Cause I don't know. I heard that Pap is trying to make Claressa the new Remy. You know, him and Remy are not together anymore, but apparently he still misses that essence, that battle rapper, that true lyricist. He misses that. He wants to recreate that in his new side girlfriend, mistress, piece. Yeah. Let's get into this. This is an interview that Claressa did with Hollywood Unlocked. Looks like it's new. This is her talking about Laila turning down the boxing offer after she did the video pulling out the $15 million check.
I seen that thing with you and Laila Ali going on. That's not gonna happen, that fight?
Come on now, listen.
Did she turn the money down?
She did, and I'm gonna take the high road like Terrence Crawford and say she was the best in her era. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Ann Wolfe was the best in her era, and I'm the best in this era. Laila Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
no, come on, we ain't gonna do that.
No, that is right.
Come on, Laila can rumble though.
She can't rumble like Ann Wolfe. I said who's the best from that era. Ann Wolfe would have knocked Laila Ali out. You know who Ann Wolfe is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you know.
Okay.
Because you know she would have knocked Laila so pretty ass out.
That's the truth.
See, when you talk, damn, it's hard to even come back for this one because I love Layla too. I love you. And it's just like, I just wanted to see some competitive action going on.
Right.
I don't think it'd be as competitive as everybody think. I think that she's a big woman. She got big hands, big feet, big head. But as far as...
I seen that thing with you and Layla Ali going.
Cut it out, Clarissa. Are you kidding me? Do we look like Boo Boo the Fool to you? Like, you have been singing her praises. You were a big fan of her. Layla Ali was the GOAT at one point. She is regarded as one of the greatest women boxers in history. She is the daughter of the greatest, arguably the greatest boxer in history. And you were so just in awe of her. You were so grateful to be able to have met her, to have interviewed with her, to ask her for advice on what steps you should take next in your career. Should you go back to the Olympics, or should you enter the boxing league? And you regarded her advice as a big deal because it was a big deal. And you are not going to sit up here and now try to switch up like she wasn't the greatest of her era and Wolf was. Come on. You're lying. You're salty AF because she doesn't want to get in the ring with you. She doesn't want to do it. She's 40 now. She has a whole home care, home and lifestyle type of business. I mean, she has kids, she's married, like, it's nothing to take personal. It would be different if she's like, oh yeah, like other boxers start going in the press, like, I want to fight Layla, and she's like, let's do it. And she goes and fights somebody else, but like with you, she's ducking you, or she's playing cold about it. Then it would be like, wow, you're willing to fight some other young lady that's around my age, you know, but you won't fight me? Like, what's that about? That would be different. But she's not looking to come out of retirement for anybody. And she wasn't talking about you in that Breakfast Club interview. She actually said nice things about you. She made sure to say your first and your last government name. And was saying she thinks you're great, that she thinks you're talented, that you are the only woman that is a 2-time Olympian champion in XYZ. And all these things. She said that in that same interview that you were trying to grasp at straws to say, her saying there's nobody out there right now in her weight class that she feels really can give her competition. Oh, I took that as a slight. Yeah, maybe she was being slick with it. But at the end of the day, in the same interview, she name called you and she sung your praises on her own. On her own. So you have to play smart when it comes to media stuff. Like, she has never dogged you out. She has never disrespected you. She has never talked down on you. She has never gossiped about you to others in the industry and it came back to you. None of that. And now you have the nerve to say, Ann Wolf was the best from her era and I'm the best from my era. She's just Muhammad Ali's daughter. So she's popular basically off of clout because of her bloodline. That's crazy. Yeah, Clarissa, you deserve that breakdown. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I'm sure Clarissa, she loves to go on social media. Any chance she gets, I know she's gonna have a response to this, but she shut you down. I mean, that video edit alone and her breaking down y'all timeline, there's nothing else that you can say to save face or to clap back. It just looks crazy that you actually out of your own mouth said, yeah, like she's not the best from her era. Yeah, you know it's because you're saying that from a hurt place because she wouldn't give you a fight because you feel like she was talking about you and she wasn't. You're being delusional. You're being delusional. She wasn't talking about you. And now you're not even gonna be woman enough to say, hey, you know, I'm disappointed that she doesn't want to come out of retirement to fight me. I'm disappointed. I feel like we could really do that. I do feel like she was talking about me in the Breakfast Club, but what I will say is that she was the best in her era. I would never take that away from her. There's a lot that I've taken from her game. She has opened doors. You can still give her the credit she deserves, but instead you chose to switch up because you didn't get what you wanted. Immature. Very immature. So we're going to move along to the next topic. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. So let's talk about Stephen A. Smith and Alexis Ohanian. So this is Stephen A.'s first take when after the Super Bowl last year, when Kendrick Lamar just shut the whole world down with his performance. And we got a cameo from Serena Williams, crip walking to Not Like Us. This is Stephen A.'s reaction about Serena, who is also from Compton, who is cool with Kendrick as far as industry things go. This is Stephen A. Smith's reaction to her participating in the Super Bowl.
Shannon brought it up, so I'm going there. I'm going to be like, if I'm your husband, I'm like, why are you up there dancing or something? I wanted my lip, trolling your ex. And don't you mess up either, because I get my lick back on you too. I bet it like that.
But the Compton connection is the Compton. Yeah, RC, that's what I was going to say. The Compton connection.
She's from Compton.
No, we know.
Like
we
that,
know that.
Even if you too.
RC, you and I both know. Even if she's not from Compton, everybody knows her and Drake were together at one point in time. And it seemed like everybody wanted to get their lick back on Drake.
RC's, what's
wrong with that? Of course she was killing two birds with one stone, duh. She was doing it because she's from Compton, because she does know how to crip walk. She does it very well, because she's the best in her lane in tennis, and Kendrick is considered the best in hip hop. I thought it was dope. And yeah, Drake is her ex. And who knows how he messed that up. You know it was him, child. You know he messed that relationship up. Who knows if he cheated or I don't know. It's a lot of things that could have went wrong. It's Drake we're talking about. But yeah, it was a little dig, a creative dig on national television in front of millions of viewers. Like, why wouldn't she do that? I'm all for it.
Along with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
I gotta get that lick back.
Go ahead, RC.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it, Stephen A.
This is true.
If you with Serena Williams, you're gonna be a kept man anyway. Don't start that.
Really?
You ain't gonna run the house. You're not gonna wear the pants.
You know about that.
You ask a question? Ask a question?
Hold on.
He's hilarious. You're going to be a cat man.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Okay.
I think Alex is doing pretty well. You know, he found Reddit. And he sold Reddit for a good couple of change. I think he okay.
Yeah, he got like I said, hold on. Dio got something to say. Dio got something to say. Go ahead, Dio. You got something to say?
Stop.
He's raised his hand. We got to hear from Dio.
I want to hear this one.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
I gotta get that lick back.
It's giving insecure. It's giving controlling, unnecessarily controlling. Like, she's an athlete. It was an athletic event, a musical performance at an athletic event, and she obviously probably was asked by Kendrick, "Would you like to be a part of this?" Or maybe she reached out to him like, "Hey, let me know if you need me." However it came about, it's genius and it makes sense. And it was super dope. Kendrick is known for pulling these type of tricks out of his hat. Talking about, well, she needs to just go back to him, go back to her ex if she gonna be dancing. Like, as if she was dancing for him. She was embarrassing him. Hello? Stephen A. Anyways, let's get to Alexis comes on First Take to promote this company that he has co-founded. I think it's called Athlos or something like that. It's an athletic company. And conveniently enough, Stephen A. is not in the studio. But they do have him on the live stream. Hear what Alexis had to say to Stephen A.
Also, too, Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time. But I
was hoping you were going to be here.
I am not qualified. Married? Right. Oh no, not me. Well, I ain't qualified, my brother. I'm not qualified.
I was going to ask because you hadn't been married before, right?
I am married.
No, Stephen. Okay. Yeah, because I give advice to plenty of founders who want to build billion-dollar companies. And the reason I do that is because I build billion-dollar companies. Yeah. So I generally try to stay in my lane as advice department.
Then we'll talk marriage advice later. I'm 13 years strong. We got you. Alexis, thank you so much. Athlos NYC 2-night event in New York. Incredible. Can't wait to watch. I'm looking for a Tiffany's crown. Appreciate you, Alexis.
Also, too, Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
that man is shooketh. You hear me? So let's hear Stephen A.'s follow-up response on his YouTube channel, where he dissects what he was thinking in the moment, and I guess he tries to give some sort of lackluster apology that nobody's buying. But yeah, let's take a look.
Serena Williams, she is married to billionaire Alexis Ohanian. And he came on First Take today to promote some new event that he's got going on with Athlos and all of that. And, people are talking about how he came at me, and took a slide dig, because of what I said. And, when Serena Williams was on stage performing at the Super Bowl. I've never met this man. I wish I was in studio today, but I'm not. I have a speaking.
You wish you were in studio? You could have been in studio. You purposely stayed home because you probably heard maybe one of the producers or somebody from the control room. Somebody must have mentioned that he was coming. There is no way that you conveniently, a man that is all about his bosses and for his company and making his company money, and he's always in studio. Like, he's always in studio. How are you not in studio that day? Because you knew. You caught wind that he was coming on the show. You heard about it from somewhere. And you were like, I'm not going there after all the foolishness that I said, because you always saying clown stuff. You're always saying foolish things on First Take. And then when it's time to get addressed, you have a stupid look on your face. Maybe stop saying stupid shit just because you're looking for clicks and views. That's why you do that. And it's not worth it. Just be entertaining, but be knowledgeable, be truthful about what you're talking about. And why are you calling out a husband? You ain't a husband. Why are you calling out a billionaire husband on his super successful, super legendary wife for freaking crip walking at Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance when she is from Compton? Like, and she could do what she wants to do. And she did a great job. It really added something crazy to that performance. Like, that was the part that stood out to me too. So you just sound like a hater. And you sound like a liar too, because you are. You do be lying. You do be lying.
An engagement, so I'm out of town. That's why I was not there today. It would have been nice to meet him. I don't know the man. I have nothing against him whatsoever. I don't recall saying a negative word about him. It's just that when Super Bowl Sunday took place, when Kendrick Lamar was performing, Serena Williams came on stage, dancing to all of that. And according to the reports and stuff like that, she's the ex of Drake. Essentially, what I said was, why that energy for an ex? If, that was my wife, I don't want to see that. And so because of that, that's what he was alluding to. I'm glad.
Why that energy for an ex? You are looking at this all wrong, Stephen A. Why that energy for an ex, as if she's not over him and she's heartbroken and she just is still devastated and she's looking to get back at him because she's still in love with him. That's not what this is. She broke up with him. He was the one that was still talking about her in songs and name dropping her in multiple songs. It's funny. Like, why are you making it so deep and why are you making it so dramatic? Like, if that was my wife, oh, absolutely not. Like, why do you have that energy for an ex? Like, do you still have feelings for him? Like, you sound like so insecure. It's pathetic.
That it didn't escalate or anything like that. He is her husband. He loves her dearly. They have 2 wonderful children together. And I have absolutely no issue with him whatsoever wanting to address that situation with me because that's her husband. And I certainly meant no disrespect towards him at all. I was just saying that men, knowing us as men, if we're married and our wife is...
And you're not. And you're not married.
Showing energy towards anybody else, even in a negative way. We're asking ourselves, if you're happy, why show that energy? That's it. But that's all it was. But I wasn't going to get into it on national television. I'm a professional. Now, if it had escalated and he wanted to get into it more.
A professional clown. That's what he meant to say. He's a professional clown.
We had kept the cameras rolling. I'd have said fine. But he was sitting there saying, you wasn't married, right? So, you give him marital advice. That's how he framed it. And he says, I give advice about building companies because that's what I do, essentially implying that I'm not married. So who am I to say something like that? I'm saying paraphrasing. I think that's a fair comment on his part. I don't have to agree with it.
Of course it is.
But I took no offense to it. And if I had been in studio and that was something that he wanted to broach, I would have reiterated what I said. Maybe
if you were in studio and that was something he wanted to broach, you would have yelled at the producers to go to commercial immediately.
In a more respectable manner than my initial reaction after Super Bowl Sunday when I was just having fun. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that I respect him. That's her husband. That's his wife. And Evidently, he didn't like what I said. I respect it, and I wish him and his wonderful wife, who I think is the GOAT, greatest tennis player, female tennis player of all time.
He stands a monument to human patience. That was then.
Like, you got caught. Like you say, and this is nothing new for Stephen A. He always says outlandish things, whether it's in the political space, because he's like getting into that now. I don't know where he's going with that. Who knows? Maybe he'll end up running for president. You know, in 2028. Who knows? Who knows what the intentions are there? But he's always talking about athletes, about the wives, kids. It don't matter. But he always assumes that he can just say anything and go unchecked. And then he gets cornered and he's flabbergasted. And he, bro, the headlines, you know, it's all love. You know, I didn't mean it like that. It's always, now you walking the back. Now you stuttering. Now you scraping and scrambling for no Diddy. Now you doing all that. Why don't you think? Why don't you play it out in your head that, what would happen if such and such actually came at me? Whether it's through a tweet, whether it's through coming on my show, whether it's at a basketball game. What would happen if they wanted to respond to me? How would I take that? Am I ready for that? Am I ready to have that confrontation? Is it worth it? Or am I scary as hell? Yeah, I'm scary as hell. I probably shouldn't say this in this way. If I'm going to talk about this topic, let me go about it, you know, and make sure that I'm using the right words and not coming off like a fool. Whew. That was funny, though. Oh, wow, that was funny. So we're going to move right along to the next topic. LeBron James, King James, the chosen one, has done a few interviews lately. He's been kind of on a tour of some sort, if you will, showing his personality, talking about life stuff, cursing and all types of things. So
to keep mine, I got to keep it. I got to do what I got to do. I don't want to be alone. I'm an only child, single parent household. I knew for sure. When I met my homies for the first time when I was 7, 8 years old, we started playing sports, and I got around them and we started traveling, playing sports. I was like, oh, this shit is amazing.
So he's about to get into talking about how valuable his marriage is and what he's willing to do to keep it and to preserve it and, you know, to hold on to it. So let's hear that.
I feel like it's very powerful. A relationship is powerful. Yes. It's two energies.
I know I don't want to be alone. That's for damn sure. Yeah. If I got to fight, crawl, scratch, fight, whatever to keep mine, I got to keep it. I got to do what I got to do. I don't want to be alone. I'm an only child, single parent household. I knew for sure. When I met my homies for the first time when I was 7, 8 years old, we started playing sports, and I got around them and we started traveling, playing sports. I was like, oh, this shit is amazing.
Yeah.
And then when I got with Vanna, and I was like, oh, this shit is crazy. Oh, this is amazing. I love this shit. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Next time I'm alone, I'm be up underneath, champ.
I love a lot of people don't value relationship in that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a good man. That's a good man, Savannah. That was sweet. He said he gonna fight, kick, claw, scratch, headbutt, shoot, drown, scratch, scrape. He gonna do whatever it takes to hold on to his marriage. All right, so we're going to get into his interview clips from Speedy Mormon, who is on Complex. Let's hear what he has to say about Savannah and their relationship here.
Savannah, your wife, you guys have been locked in seemingly forever. What would you say is like the secret to like having wifey, you know, holding it down, you holding her down? You're like the only, it's like a picture perfect, it seems.
But it's not, man, sweetie. I'm gonna be honest. The relationship is never picture perfect. If you're okay with working through the hardships and the adverse moments, then it will make it all worth it, man. Like, we've been together since high school, so it ain't gonna always be a bed of roses, man. In any relationship, you know, let alone someone that you're living with for over 20 years. So, you know, I think communication is number one. You know, being honest is number two. Number three is just like, you have to be okay with being uncomfortable in relationships sometimes, man. You can't always have it your way. You can't always think that, you know, my way or the highway. It's never gonna work that way, you know. The saying happy wife, happy life, it's real, bro. But also, like, you know, happy husband.
Happy loving.
Yeah, there you go.
Made that up on the top, my boy.
Right, no, that's why you're not Speedy, man. That was quick. Yeah. But for real, like, it's not gonna be a bed of roses. And if you okay with going through, you know, going through the rain, can you stand the rain, champ? Can you stand the rain, man? They said it.
Okay. I like that. That's some good advice. He said communication, being honest, and being okay with being uncomfortable. Those are the three things that came to mind for how him and Savannah have really stuck together throughout their marriage. So I think that's great. I think that's beautiful. More power to them. I wish them many more years of happiness, of family, of love, of success, of just being a good role models and being an example for the Black community. You know, we used to have Will and Jada, and yeah, times have changed. Times have changed. So we got LeBron and Savannah, though. That's a good man, Savannah. Let's go into him talking about his thoughts on retirement. Will he? Won't he? When is it gonna happen? Anytime soon? Let's see what he got to say.
Man, entering year 23, you started to play golf now. It's your 23rd shoe. Yeah. You're on the Forever King Tour. These things seem to have some sort of commonality. Are you hinting something at us?
No, I'm not. You know, I'm not hinting at anything. I mean, obviously, I know I'm on the other side of
that hump.
The hump, for sure. Come on now, like, I'm not about to play another 23 years. That's for damn sure. And I'm not about to play another 10. So I'm definitely gearing up to where the end is. I'm not there yet, but I'm super blessed to be able to, you know, sit here. Like I said, you said year 23, another signature shoe. I done picked up golf. Listen, guys, every time I pick up something new does not mean retirement. It's like, oh, I've seen him with chopsticks. Oh, he's retiring. Oh, I've seen him wear a t-shirt that's too big. Oh, retirement. Oh, he picked up golf, retirement. It's like, it's just something I want to do. It's just a little hobby. But retirement is coming. It is coming. It's just not here just yet.